Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 20, por versus para. I know y'all have been waiting for this lesson. This is a very important lesson. It was highly requested. So let's go ahead and get started. So por, let's define what this por means. It can mean for, through, or by. And here I have some examples for you for using it as through or by. So we have the first sentence, which is tenemos que pasar por la seguridad. We have to pass through security. Well, question. Do we have to pass through security? Tenemos que pasar por la seguridad. Por, which is used as through in that sentence. Lo envié por correo. I sent it by mail. Which it can also be through mail. I sent it through mail or by the mail. But you get the point. Por is used as through or by in this sentence as well. Viajé por México y El Salvador. I traveled through Mexico and Salvador. Por is used as through in this sentence. So let's take a look at how por can be used as for. Yo tenía que trabajar por 6 horas de hoy. I had to work for 6 hours today. Tenía que trabajar por 6 horas de hoy. So por is for. ¿Te quedaste por 8 horas? You stayed for 8 hours? Yo estaba estudiando por 2 horas. I was studying for 2 hours. So I want you to keep in mind that you're going to always use por instead of para whenever you're talking about duration. So such as these examples here. I was doing this for this amount of time. Or did you stay for this long? So basically, you just wouldn't use para in this case for duration. So you would not say, I had to work para 6 horas. That would be incorrect. It will always be por when you're talking about the duration. Now finally, let's get into what is para. Para is a popular one because I hear people use para even when they're not supposed to. But let's take a look at what does it mean. Para means to, in order to, and for. So examples of how to use to and in order to are below. So I'm going to read out these sentences. We have, yo hago ejercicio para mantenerme en forma. I exercise to stay in shape. Yo hago ejercicio para mantenerme en forma. I exercise to stay in shape. In this case, you're using para as to. Él trabaja para ganar dinero. He works to earn money. So it can also be to or in order to. So para, you can use it in exchange. So él trabaja para, he works to, or él trabaja para, he works in order to earn money. It's pretty much the same thing if you think about it in English. And up under we have quiero ir a la disco para bailar. I want to go to the club to dance. So some of my students always ask me, why am I putting para in front of bailar when bailar already means to dance? Right? Because whenever you have the ending on the verb, it automatically puts the to in front of it. So why wouldn't it just be quiero ir a la disco, bailar? Because technically in Spanish, you're saying, I'm going to the club in order to dance. It's like the same thing, to dance in order to dance. So it's very common for native speakers to say para bailar instead of just saying a bailar. You know, quiero ir a la disco a bailar. No, it would be more correct to say para bailar in order to dance or to dance. You're literally going to insert the to there. But keep in mind, when you want to just say I want to dance, you would not say quiero para bailar. No, you're just going to say quiero bailar because bailar does mean to dance. And you really don't have to be that specific and say para bailar. So I want you to think of it like this. Whenever you want to use, or whenever you're not sure if you should use para or por or not use para at all, then I want you to think about this. Think about the sentence. Am I saying I want in order to dance? No. Your sentence is I want to dance. I want to cook. Quiero cocinar, right? So it's not necessary to say I want in order to cook. That wouldn't make sense. So you want to think of it like that. Do I insert para? Well, am I going to say in order to? You would not say trabajo a ganar dinero or trabajo ganar dinero. That would be incorrect. Trabajo para ganar dinero. I work to earn money, in order to earn money, right? So finally, to the one that confuses everyone. Para versus por when you want to say it as for. So, for example, when someone say, I have a gift for you, will you say por ti or will you say para ti? Good question. So, let's take a look here. We have for me, for you, for her, for him, for us, and for them. So whenever you want to say this, you have to say para mí, for me, para ti, for you, para ella, for her, para él, for him, para nosotros, for us, but if it's two females referring to themselves, para nosotras, okay? For them, para ellos, when it's a group of guys or when it's girls and guys, but if it's just females and that you're referring to as them, you're going to say para ellas, right? So it's important to know that whenever you're going to say for another person or for another pronoun, you're going to use para, especially if you're saying like this is for him, this is for her. I did this for you, right? So let's take a look at these sentences on the side. You have esto es para él. This is for him. Yo cociné para ella. I cooked for her. So if you notice in both examples, you're either giving something for someone else. Here, this is for my mom. Esto es para mi mamá. Or you're doing something for someone else. Yo cociné para mi novio. I cooked for my boyfriend. Yo cociné para ella. I cooked for her. Okay? So when do you use por when you want to say for? So for the word por, don't forget that you're going to use that as for duration, exchange, and motivation. And what do I mean by that? It's the same example I used at first. Duration would be, I had to work for this amount of time. Then you're going to use por, not para. And for exchange, if you want to say something like, I'll give you $100 for that backpack, you can say, yo te doy 100 pesos or yo te doy $100 por esa mochila. That's an exchange, so you're going to use por. So then you would ask me, what do I mean by motivation? So for can be used for motivation. For example, when someone say, I work for you because I want to take care of you. Trabajo por ti porque te quiero cuidar. So I know I said para ti is for you, but in this case, you're going to say, I work for you because I want to take care of you. So it's like a reason why. It's motivation. So you would use por. Trabajo por ti porque blah, blah, blah. I work for you because blah, 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 right? So you would use por in that case. You wouldn't say trabajo para ti because you're not doing something for the other person. This is not for you. I'm not doing this for you. I work for you. You get it? So it's a difference. I work for you versus I'm doing this for you. Even though in English we use the same word, we say for. There's no separate word. But in Spanish it is. I work for him versus I bought this for him. Those are two different type of fors, but however in English we use the same one, which makes it confusing. So just try to make some more examples using this. If you're someone that do struggle using por versus para, I recommend that you create sentences daily until you get it. Practice using por and para until it's like second nature to you. So last but not least, let's take a look at the phrases using para and for. So there are certain phrases that are just simply phrases and there's really no meaning, okay? So just memorize these phrases and try to utilize them as sentences because that's what's going to help you to better use them. So let's go ahead and start. We have para siempre. That means forever. I will love you forever. Yo te amo para siempre. ¿Para qué? So that, or in order that, hablo español para que, blah, blah, blah. I speak Spanish so that, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And then you also have para qué. So you notice this que has an accent over the E, which indicates it's what. Whenever you see que with the accent over the E, that means what, okay? Whenever it's que without the accent, that means that or than. Okay, so para qué? For what reason? Para qué? You ever hear people say para qué instead of saying por qué? Por qué just means why. Para qué? For what reason? Para dónde? Where to? ¿Para dónde vas? Where are you going? Where are you going? It makes no sense in English, but para dónde means where to. Para ti, you already know that's for you. I'm doing this for you. This is for you, right? Por ejemplo, for example, por favor, please, por supuesto, of course. Of course also means claro que sí, okay? Then you have por ciento, which means percent. If I say this is 100%, right? Esto es 100%. You have to put por ciento. That makes it percent. So a lot of times in Spanish, as you notice, two words can equal one word in English. And this is a prime example. These are good examples, right? Por favor. Two words, one word in English. Por ciento. Two words, one word in English. Por qué? Why? Two words, one word in English. Por fin. Finally. Two words, one word in English. Okay, so these are some phrases. Try to use these in sentences. Practice with these. That's how you're going to get better. And I do apologize for the microphone / echo sound. I can't change that. But overall, I hope you all enjoyed the lesson. If you have any questions about using por versus para, please contact me. This lesson should have broken it down for you. I know that when I break it down this way for my students, they have a very better understanding of how to utilize por versus para. Okay, so that concludes today's lesson. Thank you all so much for listening from all over the world, everyone that purchased this program. Next week, we will be getting into lesson 21 and lesson 22. So that's it. Adios.